it is quite limiting and frustrating to not allow people to go into higher states of energy and ojas. For a guru, it's quite frustrating to see and not do what is possible simply because people either don't have the necessary balance or preparedness or discipline, or they're still unable to understand the priorities that they need to allocate to different dimensions of their life. There are so many things that you can do to dissipate and to destroy the growth of ojas in you. Various types of mental activity can do that. Certain types of physical activity can do that. Excessive sexuality can easily do that. Excessive indulgence in food can do that. Too much of stimulants can also do that. And being in contaminated atmospheres also may do that. So, going into processes which would enhance one's ojas and change the very fundamentals of their life, and also take a person to a completely different dimension of experience and joy within himself, blissfulness, which is not only his, which will be everybody's around him. Your meditation is not just about yourself. If 25 people in this hall truly become meditative, this whole town, without knowing why, they will all become peaceful. Without having any idea what is happening to them, there will be a certain sense of settling in them. So meditation is not just about yourself. The deeper one goes into it, the more of a device he becomes for everybody's well-being. It's not by blabbering good things that true peace and well-being will come, only when people carry the right kind of energy around them. Only when their ojas is such that 100 people can sit under your shadow and experience it, that truly well-being will happen. And there are quite a few of people here and in many places where I go who are experientially open, and they're capable of definitely generating higher possibilities of energy and sustaining it. They're capable, it's very clear. But this so-called modern education and modern sense of social life and things like this has made people absolutely fickle. They're unable to stay with anything, with any sense of… Except for money and sex, people don't stay on the track for anything. They don't stay on one track for anything for more than 3 days, they keep shifting and shifting and shifting. When they're in this kind of psychological instability, that it's almost becoming socially like this, that if you stick around with something, people around you say you're stuck with it. You should be shifting and shifting all the time. This shifting from this to that, whether it comes to their jobs, their priorities, their education, their relationships, people are constantly shifting. In the shifting, your energy also becomes unstable. There are various social supports that Eastern societies created for spiritual development. In one way, they have nothing to do with spirituality. At the same time, social supports were created for spiritual development in such a way that when people want to pursue, the necessary situation is there. The situation is not going against your internal longings. The situation is always conducive to what's happening within you. Socially, these kind of setups were made.
kadham maranam karunam milanam maduram smaranam karunam kalavashadiha sakalam karunam samayadipate akilam karunam.
Every day, the period from 6:20 to 6:30 p.m. is an opportunity to experience Sadhguru's presence and establish a special contact with him. You can experience Sadhguru's presence during this period at your local time, irrespective of your physical location. The presence time also involves the Brahmananda Swarupa chant, a consecrated sound.
Here, the Yoga Center, we invested a certain amount of energy, a phenomenal amount of energy, that even if you're like a stone, we can shake your spine a little bit. We can have you reverberating, no matter who you are. If with little willingness, if you come. If you come with unwillingness, we are willing to work with you. So we invested energies, and particularly for those of you who are little resembling rocks, I'm not saying rocks in a negative way, you know you're rock. That's not negative. You rock. It's just grammatically wrong, so I'm saying you are like a rock. Even if you are like a rock, well, we set up times of the day. Morning, evening, we set up times, because many of you don't see a morning in your life. I'm not talking to those people who live here, we make sure they see the morning. Those of you who come from other places and those of you who are on the live stream, if you've not seen a sunrise, I don't want to disturb your lifestyle. So evening, 6:20, we have set a time. At that particular time, there is a certain concentration of energy. Particularly if you've been initiated, it'll be very strong. Even otherwise, if you use some kind of thought, emotion, image to get connected to this space, we can see that that particular time works for you as a strong presence. So,
between 6:20 and 6:40, these 20 minutes, all this costs life. We've invested a certain amount of… certain dimension of energy. Whatever time zones you are, your local time 6:20, morning or evening, you couldn't become available to this. We will spend a few minutes in this presence, keep your hands open, eyes closed, slightly upturned face. Kannu moodi ukkaandu konjam mukham mel mukhama vechi kannu moodi ukkaandukalam. மனிதனா இருந்தாலும் கொஞ்சம், அதுக்கு கம்மியா இருந்தாலும் பண்ணிக்கலாம். என்னத்துக்கு என்ன, கொஞ்சம் பேர் அந்த சின்ன செடி மேலே ஏறி உட்காந்துக்கிறாங்களா, அவருக்கெல்லாம் சொல்றேன் நான். கண்ணு மூடி உட்காந்துக்கலாமே, கொஞ்சம் பரிமாண செயல் நடந்துடும். Say this after me very gently, மெதுவா கொஞ்சம். என் பின்ன சொல்லலாம், என் கூட வேண்டாம், என் பின்ன சொல்லுங்க. பிரம்மானந்த ஸ்வரூபா ஈஷா ஜகதீஷா अखिलानंद स्वरूपा ईशा महेशा ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा ईशा जगदीशा अखिलानंद स्वरूपा ईशा महेशा ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा ईशा जगदीशा अखिलानंद स्वरूपा ईशा महेशा ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा ईशा जगदीशा अखिलानंद स्वरूपा ईशा महेशा ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा ईशा जगदीशा
Akhilanandasvarupa Isha Mahesha Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Akhilananda Swarupa 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 Isha Mahesha Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Akhilananda 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 Swarupa Isha Mahesha.
Keep your hands open, sit with a slightly upturned face, eyes closed.
Shivanage bandhana Yogeshwara Shivanage bandhana Bhuteshwara Shivanage bandhana Lingeshwara Shivanage bandhana Jagadishwara Bandhano Madheva Baharupiya Kandano Kandhano Ijiviya Kandhano Kandhano Ijiviya Yanjiva Veundhano Shivarupiya Tandhano Tandhano Gnanamrita Tandhano Tandhano Gnanamrita Tandhano Tandhano Gnanamrita. Take your own time. Take your own time. Slowly, very, very slowly. Open your eyes.
It's indeed my pleasure, privilege and honor to welcome Sadhguru and thank him for being with us and indeed giving me the opportunity to be with you for these 30 to 45 minutes. Thank you and let's start. I wanted to start off with the Rally for Rivers. I think 16 states, 9,300 kilometers, in 30 days, 142 rallies. And so I would start off by saying, I know you've spoken about it quite a lot, but I wanted to talk about two specific things. When and where did the idea germinate, Sadhguru? And second, if I could club it together, is your experience of having lived through it. Because we've seen it, you've spoken about it, but I think for this August gathering and the privilege of yours. So where did the idea germinate and what was your experience with everybody in the entire thing?
My association with forests and rivers of this nation goes back to very early childhood. When I was just 10, 11 years of age, if I found 10 rupees, it's a lot of money those days, I would buy enough bread or whatever, and I would be gone in the jungles for days. Well, there was a whole drama happening at home and in the town looking for me, but I was so engaged with this because when I was in the jungles by myself, what I realized was this was not trees and animals and reptiles and stuff. This was a mega life by itself, much larger life than myself. This is how I experienced the forests of South India.
Then when I was 17, I floated down Kaveri for 13 days, 163 kilometers. And I lived off the river. Just on 4 truck tubes and a few bamboos, I just floated down. Like this, my engagement with this has been always. But in the last 25 years, I have watched with some concern that these magnificent rivers and the most fantastic… for many days I've lived without food just on the Kaveri river water and a few Nugu and Kabini river water because I wouldn't get any food and I just drank water and did whatever I did. But when I saw that the way the river is dropping down and the vegetation around it is being destroyed at the pace at which it's going, particularly in the last 7 to 8 years' time, the depletion of Indian rivers is disastrous. With 1.3 billion people on our hands, the way our soil and water is depleting is something that nobody can ignore. I don't think most people will understand unless they actually travel a little bit in the country and see firsthand, because what's happening is beyond irresponsible. Beyond that, something totally disastrous we're doing as if we're the last generation here. That's how. That's why most of them are packing off their children to other countries, because we're living like we're the last generation. So this rally has been on my mind for last 7 years, but this is my way. I never speak to even people who are immediately around me. Only 59 days before the rally, for the first time, I spoke to our teams. They said, how is it going to happen across the country? How can we unleash all these events we can do in major cities, but how can we do in the villages and all this? Then we went into the detail, this detail had worked out and we went into the detail for a few days. Then all the teams across the country got into a huddle of their own and started working towards it. But the phenomenal thing was, for the first time, across political spectrum, all parties across the country responded positively, which I thought is really… I need to acknowledge the political parties for this, because all of them coming together for one cause is a miraculous thing. It's almost like we have taken the word opposition literally. We got to just oppose everything that happens in the country. But they all came together, which was wonderful, because that was significant. Because when we drove through the 16 states, we drove through states which are ruled by 6 different parties. And all of them came full on board and most of them signed MOUs with us. So my experience of this… the problem with me is because I don't have a thinking mind, I have a picturing mind. So I picture every small detail in my mind without really thinking in words and what should happen, what should not happen. So literally, the rally went almost in toto, almost 90% just the way I had pictured. So there were no surprises or too much excitement for me. It was nice. Once again, I've driven and ridden across India on my motorcycle. Later on, I've driven across the country many times. So almost for the last maybe 8 or 9 years, I have not really done such extensive driving. So it was wonderful to drive across India. Though I drive across the world, it's always very exciting to drive across India for a variety of reasons. So it was a great thing, particularly the way ordinary people responded. People who do not know what's happening in the country or in the world, they don't know what is ecological disaster, what it is, nothing. Simple people who are fighting for their daily survival. I'm telling you, we're like many days, the distances were planned in such a way that we would drive for about 8 hours to 9 hours a day. But most days we ended up driving 15 to 18 hours a day, some days 24 hours a day because everywhere they're stopping us and they've organized events of their own. Small villages have organized events of their own. I get down and my Hindi and somehow I speak something. I'm driving through somewhere on the border of Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh.
It's around 2 a.m., it's raining, and my right leg is a little heavy usually. So maybe I'm doing like 140, 150 and blasting out. And suddenly in the corner of my eye, I see a blue patch in the rain. Then I thought, 2-3 blue patches, which is the rally for reverse thing. Then we almost went off half a kilometer away. Then I said, somebody was standing there. And then we backed up all the cars. And you won't believe, one old lady, 3 girls and 2 little boys, they're standing there with rally for rivers. Somebody told them, some Sadhguru from somewhere is coming and he wants to save the rivers. They're standing there at 2 a.m. in the morning. This is something fantastic,